Actually, it thrown an error regarding the temp segments. So it thrown one error. Okay. So after that, the meta link, the similar error I have seen and I have executed this, and after that when I restart, it is saying it's already applied and it exited with zero. So we'll see, okay, how it goes like that. If we find any issues, we may need to reapply forcefully. I try to apply, I try to reapply, but it is saying we need to reapply forcefully. We'll see. In few minutes, we'll come to know. After this, what we got? The cleanup part is there, and then it is there. But, yep. Again, now it become 12.2.6. Earlier it was 12 to 0 before starting. Okay, we did it, but not really 100%, I can say. Why? Because as per the note warning. See, if you see this warning, the following required database fixes to have been applied on so on so on. All these patches need to be applied. So yeah, if we go the exact way, definitely it could be. It's not a 1 or 2 days task actually. It's a project basically. Usually will be, I mean, for the testing or for non-production verification, the test one, test two, some iterations will be happen. So for that, everything it would be some 2 to 3 months they would give. Okay, including all non-production and production. The same thing. Currently, we were upgrading. Okay, we were upgrading one instance, but it's not e-business. So the different upgrade. Actually. It's a pack upgrade. So for that, almost for non-production itself, they have given. I mean, we allotted 3 months. Okay, so iteration, second iteration is going on. Next, one more iteration will be there. So that's the last iteration. And once we are done with that, we will be locking the run book in a sense, action plan, and we'll hand over to the production support. So currently, we are at non-production support, and that will be handed over into the production support, which is on-site, it is in Germany. So they will be applying. So probably that would be in the month of November or December. I need to say. Like that, it will be okay. So we need to do the more analysis. Basically, basically it's a rough analysis and the mandatory things I have gone through to get the mandatory stuff. So this is the script actually. This is the script. If you execute it, will let you know what are the prerequisites are required for this and all. Okay, it's something like a pre-patch analysis. Okay, we have already applied this here. Look, before this, yeah. Check TB pass data sets. Okay, if I execute, it will be verifying the database and it will be letting you know like what are the missing bug fixes are there and which need to be executed. Okay, see missing bug fix so on so and the patch this patch you need to apply this patch you need to apply something like this. To bring the database to 12.2.6 the actual level. Okay, we need to apply all these things which are recommended. Okay, but luckily no they are not mandatory patches. If they're really a mandatory patch, definitely it would block the show. Okay, and also some of the PSU. Okay, so these are the patches again need to apply. Yeah, as I said, it's the basically the upgrade is not a simple task where we can give the demo in 1 or 2 days basically. So I spent for this itself, I spent the day before yesterday complete day, including night actually. Okay, and yesterday this patch took 24 hours. Yeah, it's for us itself. It took more than 2 days actually. Okay, let's see. Let's start now. Oh, come on. I would have bounced the database because some cleanup would have happened because the tempo segment blocked. Today, sometime I'll configure the forms. Okay, so you're not able to launch the forms right, and I think I need to spend some time. And I'll configure the forms, and we can start maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. some other topic is there related to patching the front end, and all I will be showing you sometime, and then I'll give you the overview of sysadmin. What are the things we are going to discuss in the sysadmin, and what are the major, I mean, what are the things are there, and what are the things we do regularly. Okay, so what are the things important, because so many things are there in sysadmin. Okay, so basically sysadmin, is the combination of technical people and database administrators together will work. But there is a difference basically. So there are some responsibilities, dedicated responsibilities. Okay, if it is a system administrator responsibility or a system administration responsibility, that activity should go by DBA, and the other responsibilities, there are other administration responsibilities also there, like a PA administrator, AP administrator, something like that. Such a kind of activities, and I will be doing by functional people or technical people. So some variation will be there, but this is because of the sysadmin password. If you share the sysadmin password to the functional people and technical people, they never come to you, and they themselves can do. They can assign the system administrator responsibility to their user, and they can perform whatever they want. I mean, there are so many things. I mean, it's just something like a sysdba privilege. It's just for the application. The sysadmin is something like a sysdba privilege. I mean, what and all things you can do with the sysdba? You can do anything, right? You can drop a table. You can create a table. You can bring down the services. You can bring up the services. Something like that. The same way, in the application side, by using sysadmin, you can create a concurrent request. You can disable the concurrent request, okay, and you can assign whatever concurrent request you want. You can assign whatever responsibility you want. You can create users, block the users. Okay, so many things you can do. Okay, so that's called system administration part. So that is the reason, usually the sysadmin password will be with database administrator. Maybe for non-production sysadmin passwords we may share, but in my environment I won't share non-production passwords as well. So whatever stuff they need from system administrator, they have to raise a request, and that request should come to me, and I'll finish it, and I'll send the updated output to them. That's how it will be. But again, anyway, as I said, many of the environments vary differently. Can see some error for what? Need to do some troubleshooting. It's ignorable. Whatever. We'll see later. Basically, these and all very huge machines. For the RAM which we were specifying is not really sufficient. Just for our practice and all, we were managing with this. zip. Yeah, not really bad. 10 GB is okay. Mhm. 96%. So many errors and finally started. Okay, let's see. Few more minutes. which is correct. We'll have to see. Once it is started, I'll see. It'll be something we need to change in the WebLogic administration control console. We'll have a look at. Oh, one more thing I thought of checking. So how many invalid updates it thrown? Six, not really bad. Night when I check, it has 10,200 or something. So many invalid updates I've seen. It's a lot. More than 10,000 I have seen, but six, but still six we need to validate like why it has become invalid and all. And we need to get the confirmation from Oracle, whether these invalid objects by any chance stop the flow of any of the functionality. We have to check it out. Packages. And we'll at least we'll see. I mean, when we say Oracle, it got invalid, they would be asking the other information. So when you try to compile it, yeah, it will give the warning like this, and show error policy. It will give the error. So take that error information, and we need to share it to the Oracle. Okay, this is the error. So they'll be understanding, like while seeing itself, they will be understanding like why it has an error, or they will send it to the appropriate application development team. It is a PO. The problem with the PO, so it will be going to the PO team, and the PO team will be validating, and they will advise us. Like they may give some other patch, or they may give some workaround. We never know. Okay. And another one. So you must be knowing that when you're compiling any of the package body, you need to say compile body, and when you're compiling the package, you need to say just compile. Alter package name, compile, and the body you will be using when you are recompiling the package body. This is also may be similar issue. Something else, not an object. Code must be declared. Okay. This is also package body. This is also package, and this is. Let's check. All right. ADSTRTL. Okay, those are some warnings it seems because final script ADSTRTL datasets exit with 0. Okay, so if any of the server failed, it should give 1. Okay, but still we shouldn't ignore such those errors. We'll be verifying interview compile. So sometimes what will happen, even though they compiled with error, when you say show error, it won't be giving, okay, view altered. Oh, nice. So maybe previous one. Hmm, it might, you might find 5, 6. So sometimes what will happen, if you feel like this error is not sufficient, you need a more error information. So you can go to this particular table. You can go. Okay, so you can say select line text. I think text from db underscore errors where name equal to, so you would be getting like this. Okay, anyway, somehow we got it here. The same thing it would be giving, but sometimes when you're compiling any of the invalid objects, it will say compiled with warning, but when you say show error, it will say no error. So such a confusing statement. So in that case, if still Oracle or you wanted to see what is the error to share to someone else, what is the error, so you can straightway come to the this is the perfect permanent place basically. Okay, whatever is the object related, whatever it is, whatever error it is, it will be stored in this db underscore errors table. So make a note. All right. So next, what are we going to do? Cleanup part. We better go to patch tab. I just since I'm frequently moving here and there to this particular patch location, I have exported the location to patch underscore tab. It's not a standard environment variable. It's my own environment variable. For my comfort, I have attached during this patch process. Okay, so it will be cleanup. And next you would be seeing fs clone, and when you do this fs clone, it will sync the file system 1 to file system 2. So tomorrow sometime I'll share. Okay, I need to add some more information to this particular document. I mean this upgrade document. I will add that information and I will share it to you guys. Yeah, let's see. Usually it won't take much time. Tej, you can do one thing. Okay, I have shared you my system credentials and all, right? So you leave this system like this. Okay, so for your practice, you use my machine. So Gulba installed the software, okay, freshly, and he also copied all the what you call all the patches. Okay, so you can use that machine. Let's keep this one as 12.2.6 only. And I'll do one thing, okay, before you start, after fresh installation, better to take a snapshot. So probably in another half an hour, he will be reaching office. So I'll ask him to take a snapshot, and then you can play around on my machine. Delta 8. So basically, this is the most stable version. Okay, so most of the people, immediately after installing the 12.2.0, they were upgrading to 12.2.6, and then they started using their for their business, because most of the issues, anyway, I mean, when they introduce something in the beginning, definitely it will have some issues, errors, and so many things. Okay, so those and all, slowly they have fixed it up, and then by the time it come to 12.6, it become bit better. So many of them are on 12.6, I mean, sorry, 12.2.6. Have to see now. Oracle pushing everyone to cloud, but not everyone is so happy to move to cloud. We have to see what will be the Oracle reaction, because these are all, very sensitive. I mean, sensitive data and large data. So people still in the dilemma, like whether they can keep the data in cloud, means cloud in the sense it's somewhere else, right? Oracle location, whether it is safe to keep there or not. So what kind of security Oracle can provide? These and all a bit dilemma. So my customer is clearly said, we are not going to go cloud. Maybe in future he might convince and he might move at least his database to cloud. It's going on. Okay. Looks like it is taking time. Okay. Since our server normally the cleanup shouldn't take, maybe we installed so many patches, right? That is the reason it is taking this much. So I'll monitor it and I'll take a snapshot of this. I mean, I'll take a print screen of this output and all, and I will keep it in the document. So I'll share it to you once I'm done with this. Along with the recording today, I'll attach the document as well. You can go through it, sitting in front of the machine by doing nothing. All right. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So have a nice day. Bye bye. Thank you.